so easy to discourage. This world is great for discouraging. What we have to do is find a place where we can consistently encourage one another. Because in your encouraging someone, you're going to be encouraged. It's kind of like it takes two hands to wash the one. As you encourage and continue to pour out, you will be poured into.
So let me ask you. So you said the program, you said you help people, and then sometimes they fall off, their diet and everything, their regimen. So what do you do to keep them on their regimen if they fall off? A backslide, as you say. What do you do to, like, hey, all right, look, I understand you done backslide. Let's get back on track. Let's keep it moving.
Exactly, you nailed it. Because when we fail, when we fall, we feel like we failed completely. And so
Right.
that's satanic. That's just satanic. And we want to whitewash those thoughts. We just like, you know what? There's always another day. There's a new day. And the thing about it is what's different from today. This is brand new. And so you got a brand new start. So let's just do the best we can on today, and we're just going to continue to go forward. If we fall, we're just going to, we're going to do. It's just like family. Anybody that may have an issue or a problem or a situation, you know what? No matter how many times they fall, you're going to be there to pick them back up. And if they know that, first of all, if you've established the fact that you love somebody and you got their back and you supporting them, they're not gonna let you down. They don't want to let themselves down either. But in the event that people fall, we just have to consistently push them and get them back up and get back up. Don't be discouraging, but consistently encourage, because we all need help, and we all fall. How many? The Lord said, "Man, fall 7 times," right? So we just continue to get each other back up on.
Well,
Kevin,
Yes,
born and
sir.
raised in Saginaw, how much of an impact have that experience of being born and raised in Saginaw, Michigan, played a major role in your life?
Saginaw is awesome. It is awesome. I got a chance to not only be born and raised in Saginaw, I had the opportunity to work under a guy called O'Neill in the school district as a resource officer for this district. I started off in the school system as a substitute teacher in the EI self-contained special ed classroom, which I under Ostrander Lane, and they were awesome principal. He was an awesome principal to work for, and what Saginaw has helped and taught me, although I had to deal with students and gang violence as well as issues with nonconformance, and then I had the ability to work with students as well as at the which was the LLC, but it later become the Reuben Daniels. Uh, what is the science, arts and science on school, which is what is that now off East Genesee now, and is really well known for its arts and science. So I've had the gamut, and it's really Saginaw really helped shaped a lot because in Saginaw jobs were not real plentiful, and so funny story is I wanted this resource officer job so bad, and I had already been working as a security officer elsewhere, and I was taking every class that I needed to take to go there. And after I submitted my resume and my applications, I would go down to the board of education, and I would look at the officer that was the hiring man, and I would dress just like they would, whatever color shirts they had on, whatever color pants they had on. I would even put a little flashlight or whatever it was on the side of my pants and go in there, my cell phone, and look like I was on the payroll. Man, going, hey, how's the application looking? So Saginaw showed me tenacity, and Saginaw showed me enthusiasm because you had, if you want something, Saginaw taught you really had to go. And fortunately, so wherever you notice that anyone that leaves Saginaw or the North and go anywhere to get employment, you pretty much first get hired, simply because the chances for opportunities wasn't as great. And so when you did get a job, you didn't feel like somebody owed you anything on that job. You had to go in there, you want to show out what you can do, you want to do your best. And so Saginaw had put some really strong roots as far as working and how to network with individuals and have a greater sense of appreciation. Right now I'm in Florida, And all the plants that I was trying to grow in Saginaw inside my house, they're growing in my yard. So it gives you appreciation. So people that lived here all their life, they look at the plants and they're running them over with their lawnmowers. And I'm like, what are you doing? And so it just gives you a great appreciation. So I'm grateful for my roots. I love Saginaw, the people, and it just helped me be a much better individual wherever else. It just got me ready. It sounds like got you ready.
Kevin, what is the camaraderie like between bodybuilders?
Well, that's a really good question. Now there's a different league. There's a league called the IFBB or the NPC, or those groups of individuals that have to take steroids if they want to succeed. I would like to think that the camaraderie is good, but unfortunately, when you introduce hormones, when somebody say, "Hey, man, you're just being hormonal," that's not a good that's not a good thing to be able to say about somebody if they say you're being hormonal. Even if you said it to someone of the opposite sex, you're being hormonal. That's not a good have start a communication. But if you injecting or putting foreign objects into your body, which is hormones, chances are it's easy to have a catalyst for ignition of things that go wrong in a relationship, especially with all the competition among each other. And now you have this ill platform. So things that I've seen over the years, it hasn't been good, but in the natural bodybuilding world, it's been great because there's a dialogue along older generation of bodybuilders that really want to help the younger guys come along. So with me, anybody that I've had the opportunity and a wonderful time taking on young people that wanted to do bodybuilding, as well as older people that wanted to and do it naturally and through have nutrition and good rest and good sleep and good relationship with their family members on this. So what it does is make you a better person of who you currently are. And what I find with the drugs in the bodybuilding arena, it it gives you a quicker results, but it's a hard run for a very short slide as far as relationships is concerned, because you're testy, you're angry, your hormones are all over the place, and now your health is going to go in the toilet simply because of it. So I just don't see a great outcome from it. But to answer your question, I don't see a lot of great camaraderie and relationship among those in the drug arena. There is some, but statistically speaking, I believe for the majority, I don't think the brotherhood is there. The brotherhood is not there. Now, the years ago when you would see when the drugs was not as pervasive as it was with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Franco Colombo and those guys, I believe the camaraderie was much, much better there because bodybuilding itself it wasn't received as an open sport. And so what happens when you have individuals, it's a small group of individuals like that. Now what they're doing is they're their own support group. They were their own support. But now, with it being such a great thing that you got all this competition among each other, and there's no unity now.
Dang. This is my last question. Can you share a particular memorable moment of achievement in bodybuilding career that contributed to your personal development?
Well, yes, I can. My younger brother, Eric, God bless him.
Uh-huh.
When I entered my first show, I took second to last, and he told
Second
me
to last.
second to last. I didn't know what I was doing. I'm 60 years old. I was in my teens back then, and I was eating Cheerios to prepare for the show. And my brother, I didn't know, but I did my best. What I did know, it was a mainstream thing, and he told me I took second to last. You know what he told me? He told me, he said, you know what, you need to go shake that guy's hand that took last for entering the show. God bless. And he said he entered the show you dead last. But that's what you can expect from a younger brother. But my elder brother, he has always been there as well. I love them both. They have been extremely encouraging in what I do, and I just can't thank God enough for them. But that was one of the greatest turning points for me. I knew that for me to succeed and do well, that I was going to have to try harder to do better. And so we owe it to ourselves to be better and try better and try harder. Because I could easily quit then, but that was the beginning, and I've continued to do ever since. So it's been good.
You can tell how many trophies you got.
Oh my God! Can I show you? This is only some of them. This is only some, because what I do is I've given away many of them. This is the Mr. Gainesville. When I won the Mr. Gainesville, I was in my 50s when I won Mr. Gainesville. I've given away a lot. I've given away a lot of the swords that I've won, the overalls as well, just because I want to give away things that might help someone, encourage them to, it doesn't have to be bodybuilding, but whatever it is that you desire to do. If you, unfortunately, the cemetery is one of the greatest pieces of real estate on this planet, because all those songs that somebody wanted to publish, or that book that they wanted to write, or that bodybuilding competition that they wanted to do, it's buried with them. And so that's one of the greatest pieces of real estate, is the cemetery, because all those lost dreams that didn't happen. So I encourage anyone and everyone under the sound of my voice, whatever it is that you wanted to do, don't let your conscious override your subconscious, because when you put it in your subconscious is when mountains move. But where our conscious is always trying to make sense of why you shouldn't succeed. I don't have the time, or I don't have the money, or I don't have the resources. All you have to do is put it in the universe and know that you want it. And he said, you have not. Come on, somebody, because you ask. So let us ask bold questions, and he is sure to give you the desires of your heart. So I encourage anyone and everyone, whatever it is that you wanted to do, and somebody told you couldn't, the doors are open. Go make it happen.
Well, we'll wrap it up right there. Thank you, Mr. Kevin, for coming on our podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, this wraps up another episode of Purpose Driven Champs. I'm your host, William Grayson, along with William Harris. Good day and good night.
I appreciate you guys. Continue to be blessed.